guy here. Just Kevin. So I've had a couple of things in my mind that I thought, you know, I'd like to share with people out there. Not really things that concern the society as we know of, but just interesting topics. It's good to share if you have them on your mind. Might be a bit of a long talk. Anyway, so for the past few days, I have been binge watching Neil deGrasse Tyson. If anyone knows who that is, that is famous astrophysicist. I think currently the director of the Hayden Planetarium in where? Somewhere. Director of the Hayden Planetarium, which is somewhere in the US. I don't know if it's New York or something. I don't know. Anyway, so there was this talk in sometime in 2016. It was by a couple of guys. It was a debate on whether the universe is a simulation, and I found it very interesting. So I mean, of course, there are very wide ways of looking into this. So this was a talk you can find on YouTube. It's 2016 Isaac Asimov Memorial Debate. Isaac Asimov was a famous author of the previous century, passed away. So it's an event that happens a couple of times, sometimes annually. Yeah. So anyway, they were talking about the whether the universe is a simulation, and we had a couple of guests. So we have David Chambers, who is a professor of philosophy at New York University. We got Zohran Davoudi, who is a theoretical physicist at MIT. James Gates, theoretical physicist at the University of Maryland. Lisa Randall, a theoretical physicist at Harvard. And Max Tegmark, a cosmologist at MIT. Of course, this was hosted by Neil Tyson, who is director of the Hayden Planetarium. So anyway, it's interesting because there are a lot of ways you can think about it. I mean, of course, you can have, we have the standpoints which are mostly garnered by the faith. We have the religious faith, and of course, we have evidence-based research and statistical data, which comes to us from researchers in the statistical fields. So we have astrophysics, we have practical physics, we have theoretical physics, as I mentioned. A couple of guys here who do practice theoretical physics. We have astrophysics. We have I talked about here. We have philosophy. So all these are ways in which you can look about it, and I really want to focus on the physics part because I don't really want to delve much into the religious aspects. Of course, if you want to talk about religion, you can have different aspects as far as the age of the universe is concerned. If you're a Christian, you believe that the world is about 6,000 years old. The earth, heavens, might be a bit longer than that, but based on the recorded times, and this is based on the books that are recorded. It's it would be about 6,000 years, yeah, 6 to 7,000. If you're a Muslim as well. But now, physics talks about a couple of billions of years, a couple of tens of billions, about 14 billion for the universe, a couple of billions as well for the Earth. This is based on dating. We have the carbon dating for the shorter periods, and we have dating using other materials for that have a lifespan for about millions to billions of years. Used to date some of these rocks and meteorites that land on Earth. But anyway, I digress about the universe, whether the universe is a simulation. So there are a lot of interesting arguments. Personally, I just find it interesting because even before I watched this, it's something that was kind of close to my mind. I mean, if you just imagine, if you just think about it, it's a bit interesting. Because okay, if you want to assume, how do you create a simulation? That means you have a computer or computing power that is strong enough and to simulate a lot of activities happening at the same time. It's like a game. If you have a very heavy game, then you need a very heavy computer to be able to, do all this process at the same time. So assuming at some point there's a supercomputer strong enough, um, just to occupy one person's brain, one human being's brain, which is a very strong computer. So you need like a supercomputer. Assuming at some point you have a supercomputer able to process activities similar to how fast a normal human brain can, which is very possible. Then that means that computer, if added to a factor of some to the power of n factor, like million or 10,000, you can be able to compute the entire human population. Essentially, you can have a computer that can create simulations to which the simulations within the computer feel like they're real. So that's the basic, that's the underlying factor here. So assuming there is some species out there, might be in a universe, might be in a totally different universe altogether, might be even outside the universe itself, doesn't mean they're in some type of fourth dimension or whatnot, have such computing power. Would it be possible that these beings could create such a simulation that feels real? Because right now, if I pinch myself, okay, I'm not asleep, but how do I know that this is not a simulation? I mean, it might be programmed to work like this. Anyway, the main point that I find very interesting, and let's all ignore all of this statistical data and all of these theories that are there, trying to support this or oppose it. But let's just go away and assume, okay, there is a being that has a massive supercomputer, probably running multiple simulations, which means there are multiple universes, or maybe just running one universe, a test run, which we live in, and they keep inputting data. So they install the first file or the first software. If you use a phone, they install an APK as an upgrade. You find, okay, we have upgrade version 1.1, and it comes periodically. So I don't really want to go all the way back to the start of evolution, but assuming we take, okay, the evolution from the point where we had primates, right? So we had man as a primate, and we were just starting to walk on two legs. I'm going to start there because that's more recent. So they have an application, they have a computer, probably it's a laptop, but since they're more advanced, it's a supercomputer, and they've installed the Galaxy's APK in the computer. The Galaxy has Earth, probably another planets or a couple of other planets with life on them. But let's just focus on Earth. Let's assume Earth is the only habitable planet out of the billions, trillions of planets out there. Then, so we have a couple of primates here. They've advanced. They've advanced to the point where now we've evolved. We got a couple of primates walking around the land. Then they install stand-up mode, which is an upgrade to the software. From these instructions that come from the server. So they install the mod. They put in the USB, or it's done from the cloud where they have those, and they install walk mode. So which means, oh, now the Homo sapiens have just now discovered to walk on two limbs, which means they now don't have four legs, but they have two legs. The four legs, FORE, in the front are now hands, which they can use for other purposes. And in action, within the time in Earth, this takes place for about a million years, approximately. I'm not really sure of that. It takes place about a million years for the entire evolution to take place. It doesn't happen on a whim like that. But in real time, in the computer, there's an installation package that takes, say, 10 minutes to install. So that 10 minutes in real time in Earth time is a million years. Then we walk. Oh, we now have the ability to walk. We're now erect, Homo erectus, right? Then after a while, we gain another. Let's say in like 1 hour in real time, they install another upgrade, another update. This is called the Home Science package. Now this is the tools package. You don't have the ability to use tools, so they install the Home Science package. Then it comes with a couple of upgrades. You have the stone package. Oh, you can now use stones. You can carve them out as tools. After a while, we advance. This takes place for a long time now, probably around another 5 million years. We know how to use stones. Then we get to the iron package. We advance to the bronze package. We're now using tools. Then you get the point that we now have at this point we have the likes of the French Revolution. We have the Green Revolution in the past when we were using stone tools. In more modern times, we have the French Revolution. So we have an upcoming modern society. Then they say, oh, in real time in their computer, that's around maybe day 5. 5 days has passed. They're like, oh, the humans can now, the simulations can now do simple tasks. Let's test them a bit more. We're going to install the neighborhood, the planetary package. Now, the planetary package is where we now start discovering simple physics items. We now start discovering the moon. The moon was discovered before, but it wasn't really looked at into keenly. So we now start discovering other planets: Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. In the 1920s, we now start discovering Neptune. Pluto is discovered, and we have start exploring the use of physics. So we need Newton. Start coming up with Newton's laws. These are simple laws which deal with small gravitational forces and energy forces. Then you have Einstein, who builds up on Newton's laws and deals with general relativity and equations that now take Newton's laws to a bigger scale, planetary scale. So the installation comes with a few advantages. It's a planetary package, which means it's only good for the hood, for the neighborhood. You can only apply it to the planets within the solar system. It can be applied to the entire galaxy, but the limits you have as far as working environment are only the planetary bodies within the solar system. So we are able to view multiple galaxies, millions of light years away from us, but we can only our sphere of actual influence is only within our solar system. So we want to actually explore, take humans to other places. We can only have the computing power to go to planets within our solar system. You can only go to Mars. You can go to Venus if you want to go to the clouds of Venus. You can go to some of the icy moons of Saturn and Jupiter. Yeah, so that's the planetary package, and I feel like that's where we are. If you look back, maybe a couple of 20 years ago, if you knew these things, maybe you would have been considered mad or crazy or a witch or a wizard. But right now, these are science items. So that's why you find that at this point, human beings, we are knowledgeable according to our own parameters. If you compare ourselves to human beings around 200 years ago, but we are still ignorant, similar to those humans at that time. Because look at it this way, that's the fact that happened. The human beings at the early 1900s, the early 20th century, the late 19th century, we could discover the stars, we could look at the stars. And then we had Einstein with all these calculations. There was a lot before Einstein that was not known. Would have been considered magic, would have been considered impossible. At this point, there's a lot that is known, but with the expanding envelope of the information that we're able to gather, also the envelope expands around it for all the information that we are not knowledgeable of. You know? So right now, oh, we have the knowledge, but there's a lot of information that's still unknown. And I think that's the step where we are in right now. There's going to be another update. I don't think it's going to be soon. But think of this. Imagine that's how it happened. So there's another update pending in 3 days, according to the species timeline. To us, maybe like a couple of hundreds of years, maybe sooner, but it can be anywhere from 10 years all the way to millions. So it's not really known. Yeah? So it's a hypothesis. So let's say they install the galactic package. We have the planetary package. So they install the galactic updates. So right now, all of these tools that we have, we now are able to manipulate. The planetary package only enables you to understand the laws of gravity and how to work around gravity. But now we have the galactic package, which allows you not only to work around gravity, but to manipulate it. Hence the birth of tools such as the warp drive, movies and sci-fi channels. So we can be able to travel faster, conserve fuel, live longer, move from point A to B very quickly, and this enables us to build, the same way Einstein built on Newton's laws, someone else builds on Einstein's laws. So right now we are accessible to the entire galaxy, the galactic package. So you can travel to different suns, explore different suns of the galaxy, explore different planets within the habitable zone. Some not even within the habitable zone, but within the habitable zone of other planets like Titan, not Titan or Ganymede, is on some like other planets, I'd say, which are within the habitable zone of other planets that influence it by their gravity. And so I don't know, I just found it very interesting. Even if you think about it from a religious aspect, it might be true, because if you're a Christian, you say that God created man. Was it not a simulation or a test with the trees in the Garden of Eden? And you failed the test. Okay, you failed the test. Now move to point B, where there will be far greater tests for you, up until the point where you will be relieved of these tests. So I don't know, I just find it to be a very interesting concept. Is the universe a simulation? And if it is, are we being given incremental updates to increase the knowledge? So right now, I think we're very smart, but maybe only unlocked maybe like 10%. The knowledge is still a galactic package to be installed. Then there's still a universal package where you can now visit different galaxies. Maybe there's a multi-universal package where there are multiple galaxies, but who says they're not? Before we knew of the planets, we only thought you are a flat body, you're a flat Earth. Then we started knowing, oh, the Earth is spherical, bladed. There's the equator, flattened a bit, and falls because of the rotation on the axis. But then we discovered the planets, and we found, oh, there are 9 planets at that time. Right now, 8 planets and a couple of icy rocks and asteroids that orbit the sun. So you're like, oh, the sun is the center of the universe. Then we learn more information. We are in a galaxy. The galaxy itself is rotating. And we're not only a single galaxy, there are billions of galaxies. So there was one planet, then there was 9, 8. Then with the discovery of the galaxy, there were billions of planets. And with that, billions of stars. Then there was not just one galaxy, there were billions of galaxies. So right now, we only know there's one universe, but who's to say there's no two or eight universes revolving around some weird thing? Anyway, yeah, my phone fell, but I think it's about time that I want to end there. I think it's been quite interesting. I will upload this somewhere on YouTube. I'll probably open a channel. I have a channel called Rungai Guy where I do reactions to music and just about a couple of crazy. I do reactions mostly to music. Sometimes I was doing reactions to memes, but it wasn't really picking up. I'll probably open a new channel, be uploading clips of my rants. Probably call it ranting or talking or some shit. Or the seat. Some cool name. Help me with the names. Anyway, I'll see you later. Have a lovely weekend. Butane, Budai.